Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Ghost in the Shell from 1995. It's one of the most important movies of anime, of animation of all time, and one of the most important and captivating movies of all time because it has very important subject matters, and of course it deals with a lot of things that are very interesting. The main protagonist of this movie is called the Major, and she's a very enhanced human. Basically, she's an android fused with a human. She has things from both, but she's mostly an android now, but she's still considered a human by her peers and of course by society in general. But she doesn't really feel so human anymore. She's a little bit strange from what a human is supposed to be, and it's a very interesting thing in the movie. She's persecuting a criminal called the Puppet Master that actually enters these androids, mostly humans, mostly androids bodies, and he's creating chaos basically with it, actually stealing information and just being the most awful person. But it's discovered in the movie that this Puppet Master is not really a person, it's an intelligence created in the internet version of this world. So it's a very interesting thing because this intelligence, we could actually call it an artificial intelligence. In the movie it said it isn't, but I think it kind of is. What this Puppet Master actually wants is to fuse with the Major and become a new kind of intelligence that is capable of actually having a body, but perpetrating and having like children in the net or whatever it's called. I mean, it's very weird at the end, but it really asks the big questions. Who are we? Why are we here? What are we doing basically? What makes us human, and what would makes us less human or not human at all? Would these advancements really transform us into something that we're not, transform us into something that we don't really know how to qualify basically? So it's a very interesting question because in our world many people have actually had these enhancements with other kinds of things. For example, many people have had transfusions, or many people have had transplants, and many people have lost limbs and they have gotten other limbs made of plastics and metals and whatever. So we have kind of that in the actual world, but the thing is that we are considered human because we are born human, we are born biologically. It has been also a great theme of debate, let's say, when people are born from in vitro fertilization, because the people at the beginning were like, oh, is that really a human? Because no one is really doing the whole reproduction process. But of course we consider people that have been born that way human because they have all the functions that a normal human has. But in this world, in the world of Ghost in the Shell, it's a very ambiguous thing because most people have had enhancements, especially the people that work for the government and like the police and stuff. So even the person that has had less has had something done and knows how to handle people that are like this, like mostly androids. The main character, the Major, is very, very well done because she seems to be just free from everything, but at the same time she's fearful of everything. She's fearful of this world. She gets confused sometimes because for her humans are a little bit weird now that she looks at them from another perspective, and these feelings that they feel, like fear, like hope, like things like that, are things that she can only achieve, for example, by diving, because she doesn't feel like a human anymore. So it's very interesting that she's losing parts of her humanity, but she's being linked to those by things that I actually think are pretty human, or at least from our point of view. So it's really interesting. The movie is kind of you think it's going to be complicated to watch it, it's going to be like really hard to understand. It's not. You can really understand it in the first go, but I think that the more times you see the movie, you watch the movie, it's going to be deeper, and you're going to have a greater appreciation of what it's telling basically. Of course the animation is gorgeous, the action scenes are just amazing. There's a couple of action scenes that are really, really good. It's kind of a violent movie, but not as violent as other movies I have seen, to be honest. It's really soft core in that sense, but they are guns and etc. The art direction in this movie is beautiful. All the buildings, the city, the rooms are really, really, really well done. In cinematography, I'm always surprised when movies that are CGI CGI heavy or animated have great cinematography, and this is one of those movies. It's really, really, really well done. Mamoru Oshii is the name of the director. He has had a very, very good, great career in animation, and he has done many other philosophical movies that I hope I can see in the future. Some of them are really hard to find. Ghost in the Shell is the most popular, so it's really not a problem if you want to see it whenever. It's easier to get. I saw it in Japanese with English subtitles, but I think you can get subtitles in many other languages. I think there's a dub in English, but I don't know how good it is, and I don't like dubs in movies that don't really require it, and this movie doesn't really require it. I think hearing it in its original Japanese is very interesting, and again, the movie is really, really great. It's really short. It's 80 minutes. It's 1 hour and 15 minutes. Basically without the credits, so it's really, really fast thing, and it's really interesting. I think it's one of the best animated movies ever done, and I think it's just a thought-provoking and profound movie, and we don't really have many of those nowadays, so it's really refreshing to watch a movie like this. Thank you so much for watching my review. Of course, comment down below whatever you think about this movie, give a like, share this video on your social media, and of course subscribe to my channel for many more reviews. Thank you so much. Goodbye.